Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. My initials, that's all. Not bad. It's just spelled that way. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle production since 1998, author of 2 books with a 3rd one on the way. We got spell ingredients. We've got Words of Grace from a professional witch. And Words of Grace has a Kindle version currently available that you can click a link in the description box and preview it for free, at least the beginning of it. You can see the table of contents. It's divided mostly into chakra chapters. For a chakra reading, you might find it helpful. The original version of Words of Grace, which is way too much for Kindle, as well as spell ingredients, can be found on patreon.com/DrawingTheCircle in our digital store. We got some audio stuff going on there too. Prayers, meditations, put you to sleep, wake you up, inspire you, calm you down, all of that. Some of my subscribers actually get both the audio and the book, depending on their level of description. They get a lot of stuff. But all of my subscribers on Patreon get 3 benefits in common. A daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning, where we chat with each other about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a meditation, a prayer, something to send us on our way. Wisest way for this witch to start the day, considering, God, the day that this video posts, I will be driving to my new home. The movers the day before. So yeah, considering I'm still making videos at this point, I'm doing this one on October 1st, 2023 to get a jump on all of this. You can see it's the best way for me to start the day, he said as his voice cracked. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s. They're all relationship, soul contract based stuff. They get all of them past, present, and future, as well as they get a significant discount, an extensive discount on private sessions with me in person, right? Zoom recorded, however we do it. I am going to be doing readings at the Magic Moon on Philo Street in Saratoga Springs, because that's where I'm moving, if you haven't heard yet. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on over on Patreon. We got the store. We've got 2 7-day free trials for Seeker and Human, if you would like to check us out for 7 days. But everyone who has done that has stayed at least a month so that they get the extensive discount. There's so much cool stuff going on, and there's still so much cool stuff to come. They've already given us more things to do, but I'm moving. So watch this space, or at least watch that space. Patreon.com/DrawingTheCircle, and come Patreon on Patreon. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, my darling. Angelo Lyons. Just call me Mal. Hi! This is the beginning of the last series that I'm going to be doing in this house in Holbrook, Long Island, New York. So happy, not many regrets, but ready to rock and roll. So let's do a little explanation for the new Aries and the crosswatchers, and we'll get down into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you've heard it all before. So welcome, Aries and crosswatchers. We are doing 5 cards, a 5-card chakra read. I've been doing these for myself since before we went to contract in the new house in upstate Saratoga Springs, and usually right before I go to bed, not absolutely every single night, but they've been so on the money that they make me laugh. I'm like, oh my God, right? You know, no one's else to see it. It's not being recorded. So what we're going to do, it's like a 5-card draw chakra read, if you like. We're going to start with one Caroline Myss archetype card to talk about the 8th chakra, the pattern, the lesson, the soul power you're alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. You'll hear me say it over and over. 3 atoms in between lead and gold, which cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed, released, alchemized. You pick your language. Then we'll get the next 4 chakras down with one Daughters of the Moon tarot. Daughters of the Moon because it is feminine energy, the internal world. The internal world has nothing to do with biological gender. Then we will get one Mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras, looking at yourself from the outside or you from the inside, looking out at relationships in the physical world, including your relationship with yourself. And of course, there can be mirroring with crosswatchers. Then we will get one Whisper of Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Little clue, little tip, a little hint there from the Higher Self Collectives. And we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra card to what? Heal it, bring it together. And this is why cross-watchers are always welcome on my channel, I would hope, looking for some insight, understanding, sympathy, and empathy for the, in this case, Aries they are cross-watching for, but there can be heavy mirroring, right? Sometimes the cross-watchers are getting read, R-E-D, R-E-A-D for filth or not. So, you know, apply what you can, cross-watchers, because you'll be helping the Aries you are cross-watching for, as well as bringing yourself into alignment. You know, can't hurt, can't wait. So I guess that's the explanation. Let's get down to the divination. They've been telling me all morning, slow down, kid, enjoy this. I'm like, okay, I'll try. But there's a lot going on, and I'm glad to be doing this. It's a nice break from packing and bubble wrap and movers and all of that. So the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do my best to help anyone come into alignment, right? To heal for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser versions of themselves in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way. For a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world for all of us. That includes the plants, the aminals, and the rocks and the crystals too. So let's get into the still point. Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Here we go. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs. In time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, what's the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers in this timeless chakra read? The Scribe archetype. This is in the title. The Scribe archetype is a wisdom family archetype. It's about writing stuff down, keeping the data, keeping the receipts. All archetypes are neutral, so no matter how horrible they sound is as brilliant as they are, and how wonderful they sound is how sucky they are. It's all a scale of lead to gold. So written on the card is the shadow attribute. I call that lead. This is the light attribute. I call this gold. 3 atoms in process of being surrendered, released, transformed, alchemized, pick your language. So the lead altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. No, absolutely not. The light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. And I got to tell you, with this move, I had to shred a lot of papers, and I didn't realize how many copies of stuff that I have, so I pared things down. But it was sort of like a magical Marie Kondo moment going through each document. I mean, a lot of stuff, the next book we're working on is about my career, right? It's sort of an autobiography of my career and my relationships with women, feminine energies. So yeah, no, I can relate to this one. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with someone who has this archetype, a reason, season, or lifetime, cross-watcher, or otherwise. So, wisdom. Good. Let's get the next 4 chakras down with the daughters of the moon, the feminine, internal, internal, creative intuition. 8th chakra is visionary intuition. This is creative intuition, the alchemical laboratory. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all. With harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses. What does the Aries Collective and the Crosswatchers need to know in their heart, their third eye crown with the Scribe in the 8th? The Scribe is, creative family archetype, not wisdom. Thank you. It's nice to have people to work with. You got a court card. The Crone of Pentacles, Passoe, the Buffalo Woman. That would be the King of Pentacles in traditional Rider-Waite-based tarot. And is the Capricorn card. Says it right on the card. Cardinal Earth, right? King of Pentacles. Now, if you have any planets in Capricorn, I would suggest you have a look at your natal chart if you have access to it. And if you don't have any planets in Capricorn, because this is inside of you, crosswatcher or otherwise, then look at what's in your 10th house. 10th house is highest potential, not just higher potential. We always have higher potential, but our highest potential is like climbing to the top of the mountain, right? Slow and steady wins the race, creating as we go. But Earth on the inside is often about the wisdom that you've gained. It says that to now take that wisdom and slowly and steadily create, right? Particularly with a creative family archetype. It can help you reset boundaries. It can help you realize things you did not know. And by the way, liturgically, right, historically, when people are confronted with their highest potential, they usually run, right, in the opposite direction. When the hero's journey is, the call to the hero's journey is issued, usually the hero refuses the call and then calamity happens. So, keep in touch with that wisdom inside of yourself. And so scribing could very well be journaling, right? Could very well be just writing down your story, your information, your book of shadows, whatever. Wrong deck. I'm getting all excited. Let's get these lower 3 chakras, see what this looks like in the physical world, outside in, inside out. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, what does the Aries Collective and the Crosswatcher need to be aware of? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out relationships in the world, with the Scribe in the 8th, and Capricorn, White Buffalo Woman, big goddess of prosperity, if you will, and abundance there, for this timeless chakra read. Athena with the Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, there is a fly in this room. I don't usually suffer flies. Snaps are better. Do snaps and a flick. The Ace of Swords here, Athena with the Sword of Truth, a message coming from you or coming to you here, and a new beginning of the cycle of air, of thought. So with the Scribe, that makes sense. This could be the beginning of a creative thing for you, where you begin writing it down. Like, you get the idea and you write it down. Slow and steady wins the race. You don't have to write the whole thing in one day, right? Particularly, journaling, diary work, whatever. And by the way, with the video medium now, if you don't like actually writing and editing, record it and put it on a thumbnail drive that no one will ever see. Lock it in the lockbox, right? Keep it secret, keep it safe. I will say, though, this does make sense, particularly with Cardinal Creative Earth of Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, mind you. So boundaried, and maybe this is something that you keep to yourself, where you let it simmer on the inside as that wisdom that has brought you closer and closer to the peak of the mountain, where you can see a lot more, and then maybe begin writing that down with that Ace of Swords. Again, it could be a message coming to you, or a truth coming to you from the outside world. I would say pay attention to your solar plexus chakra, because if it is personal, that is the personal power chakra, and particularly our boundaries and our honor code, which would be indicated as well as in the Capricorn. So, whispers of love, the voices of the higher selves of all involved, because, what are the chances that it's a totally solo gig? Could be, though, for an Aries in particular, for some of the zodiac. So, let's see what they got to say. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs, in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Higher Self Collective, for the Aries Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Crosswatcher, what is the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by the Aries and the Crosswatchers? The whisper of love, the clue, the tip, the hint in this chakra reading. Rest and relaxation is essential. Boom. Right? Believe me. I mean, we all know that. But this is really, really, really addressing, right? Well, Aries is the child of the zodiac. The child is like all ramped up and, you know, it's like, chill, baby, chill, take a nap. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. And, you know, fundamental, meaning that that's, you know, like food, clothing, shelter, air, right? You know, water, rest, absolutely. Particularly if something is slow and steady wins the race on the inner, you've already got the components on the inside. It's just taking the journey and, right, preserving the knowledge and information of what you're experiencing, perhaps. And certainly after having something happen, traumatic, blissful, whatever, to take that time to rest and let it integrate, then you get maybe an hour or so away from it, you look back and you see it from a different perspective. That's how I write, pretty much. I usually record my stuff lately, though, right? I have a voice recorder, and I'll send it to Jill Schweitzer, my editor, and she transposes it, which is really lovely. There's software for that, too. So, 2 more cards left. One more card left, right? It's the first of a series. Again, I got to remember the pattern. Let's get that Mac Con healing mantra. All right, cross-watchers, here you go. Because even if none of this relates to you directly, here's your opportunity to help the Aries collective, not just the one you're cross-watching for, do some chakra alignment here. Ready? And that's not manipulation, that's healing. You heal you. You're holographically healing them as well. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all. And with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. My beloved Ascended Masters, I call upon you on behalf of the Aries Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. What's the perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to healthy, their fear to love, shifting from illusion to truth with the Scribe in the 8th, Capricorn, Pessoa, Crone of Pentacles, King of Pentacles on the inner, Ace of Swords on the outer, rest and relaxation being essential because we all have a fundamental need to take breaks and so do they. So please, the perfect healing mantra. What do you got for them for this last card down, Timeless Chakra Reading. I might have said True Love Reading. I just finished those later today. Opening my mind. I got this a whole bunch of times over the past 3 or 4 weeks. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Yeah, that was 2 nights ago, sure. I allow myself, no one else can do that but you. No one else can allow you to see beyond your beliefs and ideas. And what he writes in the bookie book for this one, like I had to read it twice to take it all in. It's a tiny little paragraph, but it's got a lot in there to unpack. So that's why I'm glad that these are recorded, right? So people can come back and check this out if they don't own the deck and book, which I highly recommend. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. When your mind opens, you're no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey. Okay, I've got to rest and it's going to take time, all right? Maybe as an Aries, you're used to like pedal to the metal and making it happen, right? This might be a change up, right? With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of all humanity. And again, that is the quantum part of it. We're all one. There's only one of us incarnate here. It's called the illusion of separation and the truth of unity. So that's why you heal a little bit, you help us all, or at least you shift to a timeline where you match with the quantum versions of those people who are doing the same, right? In their own unique way, obviously. As your mind opens, life is not just centered around your personal gains and losses, but shining your light for the well-being of all, wherever you happen to be. Online, I mean, this kind of online, as well as waiting online, right? Whatever's going on, watching the news when you see the devastation of what's going on the planet in all different ways and forms, right? This mantra is ideal for ending inner negotiation with the ego, because the ego will say, well, yeah, but that's okay, but what if we did this instead, right? It's always going to, because the ego is afraid it is going to die, where in truth what happens is it is absorbed and integrated into the higher self, the soul being the bridge. Well, human, hero, immortal, God, the ego, the personality, the soul, and the higher self. Well, the personality is the one that does this stuff, right? That does the meditation. It is the choices that we make. Well, unraveling self-sabotage, good enough there, and confronting the inevitability of loss, because there is no gain without loss. There's no waxing without waning in the illusion of separation, which is why in my next lifetime, the only way I'm coming back to this planet if it's 5th dimension and above, right? Nope, no more 3rd and 4th dimension, horrible, painful illusion of separation. We'll still appear separate, but we'll know we won't. Right? We'll just see it. We'll know it. Yeah, whatever. So let's put this together in a blessimation, a combination of the word blessing and summation. If you're new, I do it every single, I don't know why you all get it, I give it to you every time. And then we'll talk about cool stuff at the end if you want to hang for it. Ready? One last time. I'll be crossing my solar plexus. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to come into alignment in their chakras, in their energy field. With the scribe in the 8th, as they preserve knowledge and information, perhaps on their own internal journey of what they've been through in highest potential with the help of the cardinal earth Capricorn buffalo woman, as a new truth comes from them or to them or through them into this scribe creative archetype energy field, getting the rest that they need because it's essential, and opening their mind because they have the free will to allow themselves to see beyond their beliefs and ideas for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, including the environment, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. I love this music. Yeah, I hear it in my head. I know. Clear audience for fun and profit. Did you like the reading? If you liked the reading, hit the thumbs up. Help other Aries and cross watchers find it. You want more of me? Feel free to subscribe. Notification bell, comment. I do love a good comment section. Then go check out Patreon. Coolest thing I've ever done, and I've done a lot of cool stuff. Wait till this 3rd book comes out, the stories. My career reads like fiction. Seriously, like Gandalf and Frodo, and just, it's nuts. Angels and Dark Lords, and oh my god, can't wait to get that one written and out there. You know, my other 2 books, Words of Grace, Spell Ingredients, you can find them on Patreon. All of my patrons get, they get the daily check-ins, which I love. It hugely helps. All the extended readings, past, present, and future, as well as the extensive discount on private sessions with me. We'll talk about that in a minute. 2 7-day free trials, Seeker and Human. Slow down. Seeker and Human 7-day free trial. You can check us out for a week if you like. But everyone who's done that, like I said, has stayed to get the extensive discount. You can shop in our store for free. You can follow us for free and get the public content. Like I said, I'm making content just for Patreon for my public followers there. And I love it. I highly recommend it to creative types in general. I don't know that I would have broken a long time ago if it wasn't for getting to do this pretty much every day, or on those days that I'm not or tricky, because it is my service to the world, just helping everybody move a little bit forward, helping us all move forward a lot of it. So, that being said, if you'd like to book me for a private session, I'm still taking clients. And I'm going to be reading at the Magic Moon in Phila Street, Phila, Phila Street in Saratoga Springs. In about a month or so. It's very, very exciting. I have an office in my new home where I can see clients, and I've got a studio, separate room I can close the door on so the cats can't get in. Let's see how that goes. And I'm really excited. And Patreon and taking clients and all of that is really helping me keep my chakras in alignment. You should see what I do before every reading I do here and before anything I do with a client, and a lot of meditation and breath work there. So thank you so much for watching, I guess is what I really want to say here. I got a lot of Aries in my life, and you guys are real pioneers that way. Just take notes as you go. Yeah. So wishing you all the very, very best, and the very, very blessed with this timeless chakra reading work you got in front of you. Hang in there. You can do this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.